Okay, welcome back, WJZ at 9. We're revisiting, K2 and I, our 5 most interesting people we've encountered in the 3 years, WJZ at 9. Juliet Ames, even though we've become friends, I call you Jules, Julie.
Yes.
But your name is Juliet.
Yeah, I corrected you probably 2 years ago. I said, I usually go by Jules or Juliet, and you said, I usually go with Tito's.
Well, there you go. Snappy ad lib is my game. WJZ at 9 is my fame. Listen, I looked up the definition of the word kitsch. It's a term to describe something that is tacky, showy, but appeals to a popular taste. For example, you might describe a souvenir shop, a restaurant, or a piece of art as kitschy. Examples include car mirror dice, plastic flamingos, dashboard hula dancers, and greasy spoon restaurants.
Yeah.
That doesn't say Charm City, none does.
Pretty much.
But you brought kitsch back to Baltimore at a time where it was on the wane. Talk about that.
Well, I saw this naked salt box out in the world, and I thought it just needed to be dressed up a little bit, so I decorated it with broken plates.
And then this just, did it surprise you how big it got?
Yes. It was only supposed to ever be one salt box, but when the city said, go for it, and we challenged other artists to make more, it just kind of like snowballed into hundreds of boxes.
How many artists in total have done, do you know, a salt box?
Probably about 200 that we know of.
That's an incredible community art project. And here are all the old ones. They get recycled.
Yeah, I go pick them up once a year from the Department of Transportation. They generously take them off the boxes for us and mark on the back where they came from. So I can return them back to the artists if they want them. And
then new ones go out next year. As a matter of fact, coming up next half hour, we're going to show you one that you made for our interview of yesterday, Mary Powers, the first lady that went, oh, we're going to show it to you coming up shortly.
Yes, indeed.
So salt box next winter has already started.
Pretty much, yeah.
Think about that, Sasna. We started spring here a couple hours ago.
It never stops for me.
Juliet Ames, winter never stops for her. You should be a first alert weather person. Winter never stops on this first day of spring. Take it away, brother.
That's right, my man. And I remember that first talk that you had with me when I joined Baltimore in WJZ about the salt box, so you're gluing it all together.
Welcome back, WJZ at 9. First day of spring, but this is going to be the first salt box of next winter. Go ahead and show it. Yesterday we were with Mary Powers, who was the first person that said, oh, and you made this.
Yeah, I was inspired by your story, so I had to make one for you.
So this is going to actually be on a salt box next year.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wait till next year. People are kind of over the salt boxes this year.
Amen. K2 just said amen. We're all done with winter.
Yeah.
Salt Box Ascension Day, as you call it. Explain it.
So the Department of Transportation around April 15th starts collecting all the boxes to put in storage for the summer.
Let me have this real quick and put it over here. That's a real salt box.
Yeah. This is my model box.
Explain it.
She was part of an exhibit at the Hippodrome Theater, and so I have her for in case I do any like events out in the world to show a salt box.
That's
like
a real
the
salt
ambassador
box.
For the salt box at this point.
That's the salt box ambassador.
Yeah.
Are you going to put something on the front or?
No, she's just kind of the model. I'm going to maybe put her on wheels so she's easier to move around.
We have breaking news now. We've now given salt boxes gender.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, they've become a real thing.
Yeah. I mean, I always kind of personify them a little bit. They're like my little babies.
And how many of them are there? Do we know?
Nobody really knows.
I mean, salt boxes.
Maybe 1,000.
Wow. There's that many of them?
A lot of them are still at storage at DOT or in disrepair, so not all of them are out in the world.
But there's a couple hundred with art.
Yeah.
Wow. You are now making these to sell. That's frameable.
Yeah, people always want the used panels for decoration, so I decided just to make them out of canvas, so they're, better made than the plastic.
Got it. Your website is ibreakplates.org. .com. You do tremendous jewelry, Julie, mouthful, which we talked about before.
Yeah.
And we'll come back and talk about it again here in a little while. But today it was all about you and the impact you have had on Baltimore. And easily in 3 years, K2 and I agree, one of the 5 most interesting people we've met.
That's very generous of you.
You are awesome.
Thank
We
you.
love you. All right, tomorrow you're going to meet a 7-year-old girl named Molly. By the way, she was 7 years old in 1929. We'll explain it all. Back to you.